YouTube, it's Carmen at New Me, New Life 16. Some of the things that I wish I had known before I had had surgery would be A, recovery has been painful. The surgery was painful. I mean, healing, I guess, has been painful, really. Eating food when I got to the soft stage has been really difficult. I have a really hard time with almost everything. I would, I guess, like, in preparing for the surgery, I watched a lot of videos, and I talked to a ton of people who had had the surgery, and mostly I just heard, no, I didn't have any problems. It really wasn't painful. You're a little bit sore. But, just relax and use your 6 weeks off as a vacation. Because my job, I would need 6 weeks because there's very heavy lifting. There's a lot of physical exertion, So I kind of was thinking it was going to be more like that. And 5 weeks in, it was still painful. I would be standing doing the dishes, and it would be burning and painful. And I would be like, okay, I have to stop, and I'm going to go lay down, and I'm going to put an ice pack because this hurts. Then eating. I think it was a couple weeks ago I started soft food. And, after you've been on shakes for so long and, just the full liquid, you're kind of tired of those same sort of things. And if I ever see another 000 Oikos, I can't. I can't do it. And the Premier shakes, they were okay when I first started, but like now, I can barely get one down. I've actually switched over to buttermilk, which is going to sound funny to some people, but my family is Southern, and so I grew up drinking buttermilk, and I like it. So, it's actually pretty close to like an Arabic yogurt, Shanina. So it's like a watered down yogurt. To me, it tastes like buttermilk. So, but it's actually yogurt, so it's a little bit of a different thing. And I just put my my Gen Pro in the buttermilk. So like 3/4 of a scoop. And then I use a fork and kind of get it so there's not clumps. Because it's not exactly as they said in the videos that I watched, where it would just barely stir and it was completely fine. Not exactly true, but it does the job. The other thing I wish I had known about were compression belts. I wish I had prepared it. It was like $22. I wish I had one waiting. If I hadn't needed it, I could have just resold it or sent it back or something. Plus, I mean, it's $22. I'm not going to cry over $22. But what had happened was I didn't know I would need it, and then on a forum somebody suggested it, and then I ordered it, so it was like 2 weeks into the healing process. And I wish I had had it sooner, just for the car rides and things that were, I mean, the roads here in Michigan are not great, and everywhere I would go, it would be just bumps and jarring and pain. As far as the eating goes, so I started with, I think the very first thing I ate was chicken, and I got these Costco, they were already like grilled chicken in the freezer. And I just cut it into pieces, and I figured I'd make the whole patty, and I added a couple of tablespoons of a yogurt, excuse me, of a yogurt artichoke dip, so it was nice and wet, because, I had heard it needs to be kind of more moist, and I got a stomachache. And it's not like I gobbled the whole thing down. I probably ate about this much, so it's like maybe an ounce. And I ate it with the baby spoon, and I took my time, and anyways, it didn't sit very well. And so it was like hours later, it finally felt like it went away. And it was like 3 or 4 hours later. And that's usually how long it takes when I get that feeling. 3 or 4 hours. I can't drink a drop of water. I can't do anything. It hurts. I just want to lay down with my hot pad. Okay, so then I tried eggs. Same deal. I've tried ham lunch meat. Same deal. I've tried, I seem to do okay with, like, slices of cheese. Like, I got some Swiss cheese and some aged cheddar, and I have mozzarella sticks, and at first, when I was first on the soft food, I would get the bowl that has the buffalo mozzarella in it. It's much creamier than like a stick, so it's a little softer, more palatable for somebody just kind of recovering. I did okay with those things. I did okay with shrimp. I get the little ones that are just like a little bit over the salad size shrimp. That way I'm not cutting, and they're just easier for me. There's no tails. I don't have any mess. No fuss, no guss. No fuss, no muss, I mean. So that has been okay. Beans, like refried beans from Taco Bell. I mix the whole bowl. It comes with the red sauce and cheese, and I add a couple packets of, I like the Fire, and the Diablo is really good. And I mix that all together. And then it's pretty wet, and I can eat that, and I do okay with that. Meat really seems to be very hard on me. I think that's really, I can handle chili, which has meat in it, but it's really wet. A large chili from Wendy's, because I don't want to make a big crock pot. I'm the only one here. It doesn't really make sense for me to make a big old thing. I don't want to freeze it. I just don't want the bother of it. So a large chili is like 4 meals. And I just put my protein powder in, and it kind of makes it look like I put sour cream in there, so it's like kind of whitish. Doesn't change the flavor or anything. It just looks like there's sour cream in there, and that's okay with me. And for $2, I think, or $2.50, something like that, there's 4 meals. That's not too bad. But I have basically decided I'm going to give myself a couple more weeks of just those soft foods that I know that I can handle. And I'm not going to try meat for a little while. I'm getting ready to go back to work, and I can't be messing around trying to eat meat. And other people have been having, like, it looks really good, like rolled up, with cream cheese and like ham rolls or turkey rolls or something. I don't think I'm going to touch that because I got a stomachache last time. But I'm almost at 10 minutes, and I just wanted to tell people some things that maybe they could expect that I hadn't heard before the surgery. I hope this helps, and I hope that people are doing okay in their journey, and just take it step by step and day by day. And you can't eat an elephant in one bite. So that's all I have to say. Bye.